Welcome to our YouTube channel, where wisdom meets inspiration. In this channel, we share valuable insights to help you become the best version of yourself.
Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryankaravavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. I'll straight away go into my topic because that's what I am here for. I went to see the library just 5 minutes ago, and as I entered the library, it caught my attention. One board which is kept there. Fascinating. How are you? It's such a commonplace question. How are you? Fine, okay, not good. That's our regular interaction. We break our ice with that word. How are you? How is life? How is life? My teacher once asked me in my college days, how is life? I was confused. The first time someone had asked me that question, how is life? And I thought it was a very profound question. I looked at her blank. I didn't know what to answer. How is life? And she said, you're okay, no? I said, yeah, I'm okay. Then you say, fine. I said, okay, fine. But initially when she asked me first time, how is life? I thought, what a profound question. My syllabus, my graduation, I had English, journalism and Sanskrit. In Sanskrit we had darshana. So I thought when teacher asks something, it will be a very profound question. So how is life? Much later I learned, it is better to even ask, what is life? How is life is one thing. What is life is fundamental question. That's what this land is known for. And this place is one of those places where this question is asked. What is life? How is life comes next. What is life? What is life? We are alive, we are living. What is this life? So how are you? So if you see in the library, it is written, oh, I am perfect, but I have some difficulty in manifesting it. I saw it so wonderful. It is so wonderful. Oh, I am perfect, but I have some difficulty in manifesting it. That's all. The difficulty is only in manifesting. What I will be speaking now is exactly on this line. So I was very happy I noted it. I am perfect, but I have a difficulty in manifesting it. In one of his early first letters to his disciple Margaret Noble, the Irish lady who later became Sister Nivedita, she shifted over to India, and Rabindranath Tagore says, if someone loves India, it is Sister Nivedita. We cannot match her in her love for India. That kind of acceptance of India, its culture. In one of his first letters to Nivedita, Swamiji writes, my motto indeed can be put in a few words. My motto or my mission can indeed be put in a few words, and that is to preach unto mankind their divinity, and how to manifest it in every moment of life. It is not enough that you realize your divinity. It has to be manifested. When you discover something, you realize something, it will be manifested. That's what Arjuna asks in the Bhagavad Gita. Sthita prajna sakha bhasha. How does he sit? How does he stand? How does he walk? How do I recognize someone who has achieved this equanimity in life? We don't ask this question. So we have so many fake fellows going around. Because we don't ask this question, and it is not reflected in his conduct. It is not reflected in his way he talks. And still he says, I am the greatest Guru or Supreme Guru, Sadguru, so many names for that. Is it reflected in you? If it is reflected, we have a study, it is a protocol, it is told. A man who has realized the truth will be like this. Irrespective of his color or language or his size, the manifestation will be like this. Divinity manifests like this. That is love, that is truth, that is forgiveness, there is understanding, there is oneness. What is life? When Swami Vivekananda was traveling across India as a parivrajak, there was this king of a small state, Khetri, Raja Ajit Singh. His minister met Swamiji. This is 1889, around that period. So here is one Swami, fair, big eyes, attractive eyes, and most surprising, he is fluent in English And when you engage with him, you understand he will beat you in everything. Take your social science, take your history, take your mathematics. This man seems to be an encyclopedia in everything. Take any philosophy. And when he sings, he is lost. When he sits in meditation, the outside world is forgotten. Fascinating personality. So he went and told the king, here is an amazing Swami, wandering. He speaks English. And I can't match him. King said, I have to meet this man. I am coming to see this Swami. Then Swamiji said, no, king should not come, I will come. That was the beginning of a lifelong friendship. He was one of the dearest friends, disciples of Swami Vivekananda. When this Raja Ajit Singh met Swami Vivekananda, he asked two fundamental questions. The first question he asked, very first question, he is meeting this Swami, introductions, this is Swami. Swami did not have his name Vivekananda. He would change his name. He used to change his name repeatedly. He will tell one name here, in some other place, some other name. He didn't want people to recognize him, follow him. So some name he told, okay. The king's first question, Swamiji, what is life? Swamiji, what is life? Second question, what is education? I will not go into that. First question, what is life? Pat came the reply. Life, please follow me. Life is the unfoldment and development of a being under circumstances tending to press it down. Life is the unfoldment and development of a being, Vyakti, Jivi, under circumstances tending to press it down. That is life. If you accept this, then this question, how to handle stress, will not come. It will not become too big. Because that is life. Life is the unfoldment and development of a being, of an individual. When will it unfold and develop? Under circumstances tending to press it down. So if someone says, I don't have anything pressing me down, then we don't know what is manifesting. Maybe he's not manifesting. That's why we have in our primary school onwards, failures or stepping stones of success. Failure is pressing me down. Difficulties are your friends. You take care of that. It is not simply told like that. They really are opportunities for me. Life is the unfoldment and development of a being under circumstances tending to press it down. And Swamiji says, my mission in life is to help people to manifest this inner divinity, manifest it in every movement, in every action. It's not that I have memorized all my scriptures, I have read everything, I know everything. Does it manifest in your action, in your thoughts, in your feelings, in your interactions with your fellow beings? Is it manifesting? That is the truth. The true test of what you are. It is not what you have learned. It is not what you believe in. I may believe in so many things, or I may believe in nothing. What is it I am manifesting outside in life? And we have difficulty in that. Yes, I know I am perfect. I have difficulty in manifesting. And that difficulty is stress. Everyone is, Swami Vivekananda says, everyone is moving from lower truth to higher truth. The whole creation is evolving. It is moving from lower truth to higher truth. Some are doing it stumbling, bumbling, rolling. Some are walking, some are running. It's just a difference of how you are progressing. Some are doing it because they have got some method. That is the parampara which comes. I don't have to reinvent the wheel, you see. So many thousands of people for thousands of years in this land and so many other lands, especially in this land, they said we want to evolve. And they have given us a sampradaya, a paddhati. And they say, we discovered it through this path, you also can discover it. Amrutasya putraha, I have discovered it, you are divine. We are all divine. And I have discovered it in this path, you too can try. And the greatness of this land is, it doesn't prescribe only one path. It says infinite paths to the infinite reality. One of our Swamis has written a book now, it's published by Oxford, Swami Mahamedhanandaji. Infinite paths to infinite reality. The trouble comes when someone says, only one path to infinite reality, and that is my path. And if you don't accept it, then you are to be neglected, or you are to be ostracized, or worst, to be eliminated. All trouble in this land, on this earth, is because some people think like this. There is only one path, and it is the path that I know, I have been born into, I believe in. This is the only path. All misery comes from that. Infinite paths to infinite reality. And that path is not outside anywhere, it is an inner path, inner journey. Now, what is it that we are talking? So, I have used this word divinity, reality. I am, what was that? I am perfect, perfection, divinity. These are all words indicating something. What is that? What does this unfolding and development mean? Another statement from Swami Vivekananda, allow me to quote. Man is a compound of animality, humanity and divinity. Man is a compound of animality, humanity and divinity. Pashutva, manushatva, daivatva. तीन के सम्मिश्रण है मानुष्य. Whether it's a man or a woman, we are not talking. Man means here a human being. He is a combination of Pashutva, Manushatva, Daivatva. We know this. It is not a discovery by Vivekananda. It is how the whole your Jatakam, you get your daughter married. You don't get her married just like that. No? Nowadays it is happening on Facebook and Twitter. But traditionally parents still say, give your Jatakam. You go and give it to that fellow. And he will see this girl belongs to, there are Rakshasa Gana, Manusha Gana, Deva Gana. Boy also has, either belongs to Rakshasa Gana, Manusha Gana, Deva Gana. They will see the combination. Rakshasa Gana, very good. Rakshasa does not mean what we see in the TVs with a horn like this, crooked, evil, nothing like that. More of animal tendencies. Man is a compound of animality, humanity, divinity. Someone who is very body conscious, rooted in that, functioning from there. That's what we call Rakshasa Gana. Sensory, bound in the senses. So boy and girl both at the same level, they'll have a happy life. Manusha Gana is the realm of ideas. Body is there, of course. Nobody can go beyond the body. But they are not dominated by the body. They are more attracted and they would like to function automatically, naturally. It is the ideas which catches their attention. They like to engage with ideas. These body people, all physical comfort. It's everything to do with my senses and my body, and I'm happy with that. Those who are in the Manusha Gana, they will fulfill that. There is a higher need, you see. You probably are familiar with Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of human needs. There is a physical need, food, sleep, sex. But that is not the entire fulfillment of a human. After that is love, trust, a sense of belonging. And that is also not enough. There is another higher need. If you are a human being, you have another higher need. And what is that? It is a sense of self-actualization. I need an opportunity to manifest my inner potentials and talents. That is a human need. You have to give me that opportunity to manifest my inner potentials and talents. That is a human need. Individually, in an organization, in a society, as a member, I need this opportunity to manifest. That is a human need. Finally, towards the end of his life, Abraham Maslow understood self-transcendence is the highest human need. That's why we call Matru Devo Bhava, because she is the only one who transcends her needs. Naturally, in nature, it is the mother only who transcends all her needs for her child's sake. That's an example. That is the highest human need. Now, I have these things, combinations in me. Animal, human and divine. I can function from the animal level. I can function from the human level. I can manifest and function from my true, perfect nature. Everyone is evolving from this animal to the divine. And the divine is not sitting somewhere else. The divine is my true nature. It is my true self. That is what I am. I have to manifest this. And I have obstructions for that. Manifestation doesn't happen easily. I remember a story. The biology teacher, brought the students here, and there was this cocoon, and he told them, you see, this is coming out now, and if it comes out, it will then become a butterfly, and then it will fly. For some reason, he just went out of the class, and all the boys and girls are watching. This is struggling to come out of the cocoon. This thing so difficult. One boy was very moved. He said, oh, it is struggling so much. I should help, He took a blade and cut that cocoon. And that thing came out, but it did not fly. It could not fly. The teacher came, he understood what had happened. He said, who helped this to come out? Who cut this? I cut it. I could not bear it struggling to come out. I helped it. He said, you have not helped it, you have killed it. How? I helped it to come out. It was struggling so much to come out. In that process of struggling, the liquid, fluid in its wings would be drained out. And then it would come and fly. Now you denied that opportunity to struggle, the wings are loaded with that fluid, it will never fly. It will die. So when we pass through difficulties, we pray to God in the most foolish way, oh please let these difficulties go away. And God laughs. I gave it to make you strong. I gave it to you so that you manifest yourself. And you don't want it? And that's your prayer? It requires a different approach to understand this. That approach, we can call it an attitude. Approach is another word. What is your attitude towards life? That will determine whether this pressing me down, circumstances pressing me down, whether it will become an unbearable stress or something which is natural in life. If you are a human being, it is natural for you. Every day morning, when you get up, there is a pressure, the whole system is clean. You say, I don't want any stress. It doesn't happen like that. It is part of life. It is your attitude, it is your approach which makes it eustress or distress. You know these two words. Eustress is an amount of stress which is necessary. That amount of stress is necessary in life. If you don't have that, then there is something wrong with you. When I was in hostel, before the exam, I would keep a watch for these boys, degree and postgraduate boys. Just some 15-20 days before, if I see a boy very jolly, laughing, carefree, I know there is a danger signal here. And I know just 1 week or 5 days before exam, this fellow will come and tell me, this time I will not give the exam. Next time I will prepare and give. So 15 days before I know this is going to come. So I call that fellow. Are you studying? Okay. Are you feeling frightened? No, perfect. All danger signals. So now I know I have to frighten this fellow. There are different ways of frightening. Call his father, tell him, I don't think your son will pass. And he says, no, I'm fine. When you stay in a hostel with 125 boys for 9 years, you know, like you touch one grain of the rice, you know whether it is cooked. So when you stay with boys, you know these behaviors, outside manifestations, you know this is what is happening inside. Then I have to frighten. And there will be other extreme, very over frightened and losing all confidence. Life is like that. Either you take it or you cannot take it. It depends on your attitude, your approach. Now circumstances pressing me down, if I call it and if I see it as a problem, some people you've come across in life, their favorite word is problem. They love that word, problem. There's a mantra they chant, problem. When you do that, life has given you an opportunity to manifest and you reject it as a problem. It's a problem, I hope it will vanish. Oh God, let it vanish, or I run away myself from that place. Nothing is manifesting there. And you say it is severe stress, and you go to a doctor for that. A better approach to life, better understanding of life will help me to not call it problem, difficulty. Difficulty, oh, I have some difficulties. Difficulty is better than problem, you know. Problem wants to run away from that, whatever the circumstances are. The fellow who says difficulty, he says, I will face it, I need a little help. Can you help me? Or give me a little more time. I will face it, but I need help. Better than these two is that attitude, is that approach to life where circumstances pressing me down are seen as a challenge. It's a challenge. Your husband scolds you, your son does not listen to you, or your daughter is not doing something, or something, your business partner is doing something, or your neighbor is eating away your brain. You say it is a challenge. The moment you say challenge, it is a different approach. All are same. You are same, that source is same, situation is same. Just because you changed the structure, the paradigm has changed. The framework has changed. You say it's a challenge now. Let me see. How do I handle this? It becomes a game. How do I handle this? Whatever it is which is giving me the stress, if I say it is a challenge now, how do I handle it? Better than challenge is that attitude which makes me call these circumstances pressing me down. Could you tell me what could be a better word than this? Opportunity. All those things which I have now slotted as stressful, sources of stress, suppose I say it's an opportunity. I am perfect, but I have difficulty in manifesting it. I have an opportunity now to manifest. This difficulty is giving me that opportunity to manifest it. Life is the unfoldment and development of a being under circumstances tending to press it down. It is there, it will be there for you, for me, for generations. If there is a human being, he will go through this. Our ancestors had it when they had to live as hunters. They had it when they started farming. We have it. 100 generations from now, if they are on this earth, they will have it. So no need to cry about it. I have to know how to face it. And that will come with the framework I bring to see this world. We all come to this, as he was telling, there is a framework in everything we see. How you see me now, none of you, all of you are not seeing me equally. Visualization is different. What you are listening, what you are understanding, what you are accepting is all being determined by the frameworks you have, right? And that framework is given to us from the time we were born. Where I was born, my culture, my family, they have given me those frameworks. It has become me. I have forgotten it is a framework. It is a spectacle. I have forgotten it is a spectacle. Now it is me. Our ideas, our values, our likes, our dislikes, these are the frameworks we all carry. And in that framework, you are fitting me and the ideas I am presenting, and you will accept what you like. It will be distorted, definitely, according to the words and the ideas you have. It can never be what I have told. It will be in some sense distorted. It happens to everyone. Now, what is that framework which can accommodate every framework, which can help me to discover the inner truth, so that when these circumstances press me down, I will be able to say it's an opportunity. What is that framework? For that, we need some ideals. A framework is ideas and ideals. So some ideals which are universal, eternal, if I have those spiritual ideals, I'll be able to face these circumstances pressing me down, whatever they be, with the spirit of opportunity, challenge, not the below ones. Challenge, opportunity. What is that framework? Now, before I continue further, he was talking about the most important thing, oneness with this universe. Nothing like animal, plant, life, animal life. We are human beings. It is whole universe is one. Allow me to give one, expand on that idea. This is an imagery and this is an explanation Sri Ramakrishna Swami Vivekananda would often give. There is the ocean is deep in the ocean, it is standstill. Now I'll be asking some questions, please don't mind, answer me. The ocean, deep in the ocean, it is standstill. In that ocean, suddenly there is a wave. In that ocean, there is a wave. My question is the wave same as the ocean or is it different? Yes or no? Is it same or is it different? What do you say? Same. How many say same? Yeah. Anyone who says it is different? Only one. Anyone who says it is same and different? Yeah. Only these three get 10 out of 10. They are masters. It is same and it is different. If you said same, you get 5 out of 10. If you said different, you again 5 out of 10. You said same and different, you get 10 out of 10. Why? It is the same ocean in the form of a wave. It is same. How is it different? There it is potential energy. Here it is kinetic energy. There is a manifestation of energy. In that very ocean, it was inside, it was it just manifested. It manifested itself as energy. So in that sense, it is different. Now that ocean, we call it Brahman. Brahman or consciousness. And that wave is energy. The word we use is Shakti. In our culture, we call it Shakti. Brahman and Shakti. Are you with me? Brahman and Shakti. Sri Ramakrishna would repeatedly tell, Brahman and Shakti are abhed. They are not different, they are not separate, they are one and the same thing. They are one and the same thing. Consciousness and energy are same. Energy is just a manifestation of consciousness. And in that manifestation, there is no transmutation, no change. It is same. It is in that form, that's all. Brahman and Shakti. How are they same? Very fascinating. He used to give 5 examples for that. Means whenever he used to give, it's all collected. He says like milk and its whiteness. Can you separate whiteness from milk? When you say milk, it is white. Don't talk about the new milk we see now. Natural milk means white. Then, fire and its power to burn. Can you separate that? Fire means there may be light, but there is also power to burn. Then, water and its wetness. Can you separate water and its wetness? They are same. Then he says, the gem and its luster. The moment you say gem, there is luster. One more example, he gives the snake and its wriggling motion. When you say snake, you know it goes like this. You cannot change that. Like that, it is same. Consciousness and energy are same. 2 names for it. Now, on this wave, there are millions and millions of bubbles. Millions and millions of bubbles, right? Now, same question. Are these bubbles same as the wave and ocean? Or is it different? What do you say now? Nobody wants to answer. Please answer. Is it same as the wave and ocean, or is it different from wave and ocean? Same. How many say different? You should have caught the clue. It is same and different. Right? It is same and different. It is same as the ocean and wave. It is different from the ocean and wave. We are used to this. 2 plus 2 is 4 only. How can it be anything else? So when I say same and yes and no, you say, how can there be 2 answers to one question and you get marks for both? Vedanta is like that. It is same because without the ocean, no wave, and without the wave, there is no bubble. It is the same H2O. And how is it different? Time, space, causation. Nama Rupa brings the difference. How much space does a bubble take? Few millimeters? Maybe 1 centimeter? Big bubble. How much time? 5 seconds? And the wave is there for eons. Energy manifestation. But it is the same wave which has manifested as this bubble. Now, what is this? Paper. If you go inside, atoms. Right? This? What is this finally? Atoms. This? Atoms. This? Atoms. Atoms? Is there anything here which is not atoms? Please look around. Let us be sure. Anything which is not atoms? Space is also atoms. Anything which is not atoms in this world? Yeah, that will come. That is part of it. That's part of it. Everything is atom means everything is energy, and that energy we call Shakti. The wave I call Adi Shakti, Parashakti. And the Indian mind also gives that feminine thing to the creative power. Mother. Not father, mother. So the whole universe is consciousness manifested as energy. I have given it, it has a rupa, nama. I have given it a name, it has a form. But it is finally nothing but energy. The same atoms. Now let us talk only about human atoms, human bubbles. If you talk about 2 human bubbles, male bubble, female bubble. Baby, child, youth, middle age, old age. But it is finally a bubble. A male bubble, female bubble, it is a human bubble. Colors, white, black, yellow. Shape, size, all shapes, all sizes. But it is finally nothing but a human bubble. Now one of these human bubbles, let us say, a bubble on the Marina Beach, on the wave, it is afraid of death. A bubble on Marina Beach is afraid of death. It will burst. What will you tell that? How will you console that? How will you console a bubble which says, I am afraid of death? No, you please don't answer. Ramji is answering all questions. How would you answer that? Live in the present moment. But still it doesn't alleviate my fear, you see. I have so much 5-story buildings, Benz car, everything I have to leave and go. What a pain. How will you console me? Pardon? There is no death. But I cremated my father and came. So I'll also be cremated. And that tempts me. How do I know he's there? I am afraid of death. What will you tell me? I am afraid of death. What will you tell me? Yes? Everyone dies. That doesn't reduce my pain, no? You may die, okay, I may cry for you, but I will die, no? What to do? So finally, this bubble goes to a guru. And he tells the guru, I am afraid of death. And you know what the guru tells? The guru says, what? You cannot die. There is no death. You cannot die. What nonsense are you talking? If a bubble on that beach in the marina, it says, I am going to die, what will you tell it? You say, don't be silly. You came from the wave, you go back to the wave. What is this death you are talking? You are afraid of death because you think you are a bubble. The moment you realize you are the wave, where is this fear of death? Death is loss of name and form, and that's what makes you fear death. But in reality, you are this wave, and in that sense, you are the ocean. So where is death for you? So he says, you cannot die, my dear, because you are the ocean. You are consciousness, you are Brahman. This is called a great statement. Tat tvam asi. You probably are familiar with that. Tat tvam asi. You are that consciousness. You are that Brahman. Link it with this imagery which I am giving. The bubble is being told, Tat tvam asi. You are that ocean. You are that consciousness. All this fear is because you think you are a bubble. Now this bubble has Shraddha in Guru Vakya, Shastra Vakya. So it says, let me discover. The Guru says, I am the ocean. I don't see where is the ocean. You can't go and find it in Amarnath or Kailas or any other places. You have to go inside. And that's what this disciple bubble says. I'll go inside. He goes inside and he discovers layers and layers of human personality. He goes inside and he discovers, I am that perfection. I am that divinity. I am. Nothing more. I am. That's all. Aham Brahmasmi. This is also called a Mahavakya. In the scriptures, Upanishads, this is also called a Mahavakya. A great statement. What is that? The Guru says, Tat Tvam Asi. You are that consciousness. And the disciple goes in and discovers, I am that consciousness. Aham Brahmasmi. Tat Tvam Asi. And his realization is Aham Brahmasmi. Then the bubble comes out and it will see all the other bubbles, colorful bubbles. How will it see it? How will it see it now? Can I ask you, that book is below there, near your feet? Yeah. How will it see it now? How will it see the other bubbles? It has come out now. It has discovered its oneness with the ocean. Now it is seeing all these other bubbles. That bubble which I hate, this bubble which cheated me. How will it see all the bubbles? Yeah. Isn't it? Does it see oneness, which you were saying? Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. This is also called another Mahavakya. Everything that is manifest here is that Brahman consciousness. This is the greatest discovery of this land. The greatest discovery of this land made by our rishis, not one-man show, multiple people's efforts, collectively. They have discovered this. The whole universe is one energy. That energy is consciousness, manifesting as energy. So you and I are one. You and I are one. Love thy neighbor as thyself. That cannot be distorted to say, I will love you only when you are like me, or you follow me, or you believe like me, you pray like me, only then I love you. It didn't put those conditions there. The only statement was, love thy neighbor as thyself. Who is a neighbor? Anyone whom I come around in touch with. And who is that? It need not be just a fellow human being. Anything, the whole nature around me. I have to love that as myself. And that love is born of this sense of oneness. Now on this wave, there are some special bubbles. On this wave, there are some special bubbles. These bubbles always know they are the wave on the ocean. What do you call them? They are called the avatars, the prophets. They always know, I and my Father are one. And Krishna says, surrender to me. It can be distorted to say he is the only bubble on the wave. How foolish. In this infinite expanse, in this infinite reality, there is only one bubble. You want to think of that stupidity. Infinite reality will have infinite bubbles. Swamiji says, prophets will walk in the streets of every city. What do you talk of one prophet or two prophet? The whole mankind is evolving and prophets will walk in streets of every city. Mankind is evolving. It takes time. Everyone will realize one day that divinity within. It's a matter of time. And there will be so many realized people. Even now they are. So I have to discover this. This is the goal of my life. God realization is the goal of human life. Sri Ramakrishna used to repeatedly stress. God realization need not be renouncing this world and all. It is discovering my truth which is inside me. That's what I have to do. Now, with this background, let us see what are those ideals. Swamiji says, take up 5 ideas. Swamiji, when I say Swamiji, it is Swami Vivekananda. He says, take up 5 ideas and make them your own. If you do that, you are more learned than a man who has by-hearted a whole library. Just 5 ideas. We don't need more. You need more just to show off your scholarship. To discover the perfection within, the divinity within, you need maybe maximum 5 ideas. I'll just present 3 or 4 and I'll stop and I'll be happy to take your questions. The first thing I have to stand by, live by, is truthfulness. Truthfulness. Sri Ramakrishna used to say, Kali Yuge Satyai Tapasya. In this Kali Yuga, truthfulness is tapasya. Giving up meat or giving up something you want to do that. There's nothing much special about it. The real tapasya is holding on to truthfulness. Are you honest inside and outside? Are you honest in your every dealings? That is the tapasya in Kali Yuga. Very difficult. You will have to think. It will take 1 hour to even get a hang of this one statement, to be truthful. When you tell someone, okay, I'll meet you again, definitely we'll meet again. They don't even know what they talk. Definitely. What do you mean definitely? Did you think? Sure, we'll meet you. People, I am sick of this. Sure, definite, absolutely. They fire it, they have no meaning of these words. Absolutely, we'll meet. Definite, sure. They are not even thought whether they'll like to meet. And inside maybe they have thought, who wants to meet this fellow? But outside they say, sure. What do you mean? So your sure is totally unsure. It is not at all sure. You cannot talk. So one of direct disciples of Sri Ramakrishna, Swamiji's brother disciple, and the first president of the Ramakrishna order, Swami Brahmananda, he would tell, always say, I will try. I will try. Don't say I will do. Say, I will try. But difficult in this world. If I say I will try, he invited me. So I say I will try. He said, sure or not? So I will try. No, tell me, are you coming or not? I intend to come, I will try to come. Then it becomes a lot of problems. So you say, okay, I am coming. But in everyday vyavahar, I just give this as an example to say, holding on to truthfulness can be that subtle. We are all good people. I share this thought. In society, we see our news media makes us think that our whole society is full of crooks and all crooked things. That's a minority. Majority people are good people, but good for nothing people. We have many such good people, good for nothing. What is their goodness? I didn't murder anyone. I didn't cheat anyone. I didn't kidnap anyone. I didn't steal anything. I am good. This is passive goodness. He's a coward basically. Basically a coward, afraid of social reproach or police or my name going away. That goodness is nothing. Active goodness, that is real goodness. That very few people have. Passive goodness, majority. And that is the problem in any society. So when I say we have to hold on to truth as an ideal to face this called stress, what is called stress, it has so many ramifications. I have to hold on to truth. We have to think deeply about this. How shall I hold on to truth? And what is this truth? Or the truth my religion has taught me, that this is the only way, this is the only way. That is not truth. The truth is inside me. And what is this truth? The whole universe is one. And I connect with my fellow beings with that understanding. I can connect with you as a bubble. I can connect with you as a part of the ocean. The reality is there. Am I connecting with you as part of the ocean, or am I connecting with you as a bubble? I see your form, I see your mind in your language, I see your conduct. Am I connecting with you there? That is not truthfulness again. Truthfulness is every time, in every interaction, I try to connect from the root, we are one. We are one. So it has so many layers and layers to this practice of truth. Please reflect on that. Second thing which comes from this first practice is, judge not lest you be judged. Sri Sharada Devi, wife of Sri Ramakrishna, they were husband-wife but not like a normal husband-wife. He worshipped her, manifested her, helped her to manifest her divinity. So he offered all his tapasya at her feet and then became her guru. Her last message, which she used to give repeatedly, was, if you want peace of mind, my child, do not find fault with anyone. Nobody is a stranger. Learn to make this world your own. This was her last message. If you want peace of mind, my child, do not find fault with anyone. Nobody is a stranger. Learn to make this world your own. You don't need anything beyond this. It is the simplest, deepest. She was a village woman, you see. She has put it in her language, no philosophy there. Don't find fault if you want peace of mind. So much of our stress comes because we find fault. We find fault with people and we have stress inside. BP goes up. You cannot change a man. You can't change yourself. What will you change any other person? Your son cannot be changed. Your daughter cannot be changed. Neither your husband. Don't try that. Neither your wife. They are all manifesting whatever they have. You can help them, help them. And you have to adjust. Have that space. Allow them to manifest as they want. But if they have this ideal, will be truthful, then that will be a framework. And second, don't find fault. Don't find fault will, again it has a lot of layers of meaning. I'll just touch one or two. It will automatically lead you to a position of forgiveness. When you don't find fault, you will forgive people. It's not that people will not harm you or cheat you. You will forgive them. And then it will also manifest, as the third point I want to touch, service. Service. When I know the reality, the truth is you and I are one, how will it manifest? It will manifest as forgiveness, it will manifest as service. The Ramakrishna order, Swami Vivekananda gave this motto, Atmano mokshartham jagat hitaya cha. For one's own self-emancipation, mukti, and the good of the world. These are the twin ideals of the Ramakrishna Math, Ramakrishna Mission. For one's own self-emancipation, that is mukti, and second, jagat hita. Until then, a sannyasi organization was supposed to withdraw from society because the society is maya. There is a wrong thing which came inside much later. After Shankara, somehow the dialect went like that. What is this world? Jagat mitya hai, sab maya hai. That is not what Upanishad Rishis were talking. They said, Jagat is Brahman. From Brahman, it became Maya. The whole universe is God. From that, you come to this level where you say the whole universe is Mithya, illusion. It is a wrong English word used for it. Illusion. Illusion is not the word. It is just impermanent. It is just impermanent. It is the same divinity manifesting, but this manifestation, if you try to connect at this form and name, it is impermanent. The Nama and Rupa are impermanent, but the soul, if you want to use that word, or Atman, that's what you are, that is eternal. That is the same in everyone. That is the same consciousness manifesting as me and you and everything here, living or non-living. Can you connect at that level of consciousness? Then there is no stress. And when there is a stress, if you want to call it, I am not bothered by it. I'll be able to absorb it. I'll have the power to absorb it. So it will manifest Jagat Hita. First is that to realize my true nature. Mukti is not going to some heaven. That is a baby level, going to heaven. Mukti is freedom from this bondage of identification with body, mind, ego. I am identified with my body, with my mind, with my ego. Freedom from that is what I call mukti. Fine? Yeah. Jagat Hita. Jagat Hita, how do I serve the society? How do I serve fellow human beings? There must be a bhava, you see. In everything there is a bhava. Yad bhavam tad bhavati. I tell this example. This man is touching his mother. Then he touches his wife. Then he touches his daughter. He is touching 3 women. Is there no difference between the touch? Huge difference in each touch. Touching a mother, touching a wife, touching a daughter. 3 women he touches, but all the 3 touches are so different because the bhava behind is so different. So how do I serve these fellow human beings? Swami Vivekananda says, शिव ज्ञाने जीव सेवा. शिव मानकर जीव की सेवा करना है. You serve fellow human beings seeing the Lord in them. Serve them not because it is good and God will be happy with me, He will give me a chocolate in heaven. Serve them because you and I are one. Because you are me. I am you. See the God in that. Divinize those relationships. When I divinize relationships, so many of my stress things, factors will come down. I have not gone into the sources of stress because it is known to us. One source of stress is me, myself, my body, my mind, so many ulta-pulta thoughts. I cannot forget, I cannot forgive. What you told 10 years ago, it is still ringing in my mind. My predict. Now, he told 10 years ago, I am carrying it for eternity. So my body, my mind, my ego, that is one source of stress. Second, people around me, mosquitoes, whatever, nature, very hot, it is a source of stress. Third, Adi Daivika, supernatural. My karma, prarabdha, daivi, this thing, they are also different sources of stress. From which level I am responding to it, that makes the difference. If I respond from the animal level, intense stress. If I respond from the human level, I have more control in handling that stress. If I can discover and respond from my innerst level, then that stress is different. It helps me to manifest. At the animal level, it suppresses me. At the human level, it engages me and I fight. And if I can discover my inner divinity and engage with these sources of stress, it helps me to manifest my inner divinity. So the third aspect for that, first is holding on to truth. Second, not finding fault. The third, which consequently comes, links with that, is serve people around you. This is an ideal. You may say, how is serving people going to help me to overcome my stress? First, give me a cure for my stress, then I will serve people. No, serve people, that is a cure for your stress. When you start serving people, you come out of this trapped in your own thoughts, in your body, in your other problems. It will help you to come out and engage with the other person. When you engage with the other person, your problems go down. Oh, you have some eye problem now, you cannot sleep for last 3 days. Go to that blind school. Serve there for 1 month. Go and serve there in blind school for 1 month. Then you will say, Shankar Netralaya, 10, 20 times I will go, no problem. Because I have an eye. They are born blind. So this stress, you will see, you will immediately understand, that's okay, I can manage it. Simple things like this. When you start serving, you come out of your own life and being trapped in your problems, your ego, your body, your family. It will come out just helping others. And there is a bhava behind it, seeing the same divinity. And the last one is restraint, sense restraint. That is another source of stress. Unrestrained desires. Unrestrained desires. It is easy for me to talk. I am also struggling with that. It comes. That is part of nature. One leads to another. There is a story, popular story you know, and we see it happening in our lives. A guru went on a pilgrimage. He told his disciple, stay in this small hut, do your sadhana until I come. And what was the possession of this disciple? He had a langoti, a cowpeen, loincloth, and one bowl for eating. Now, after some days of the guru left, he had 2 cowpeens, loincloth. A rat decided to eat his loincloth, of all things. So one day he said, my loincloth, this rat is eating. So he would go to the town, village, and when he asked for bhiksha, he asked, I need a piece of cloth. They gave him. After some days, I need a piece of cloth. Loincloths don't go away so fast. What's happening? There is a rat, it is eating my loincloth, what shall I do? Then he decided and they told, oh, Brahmachariji, you don't know about the worldly ways. Take this cat, it will eat your rat. So they gave a cat, he brought the cat. There was only one rat. Cat ate the rat. Then what to do? The cat started mewing. Now he has dharma. He has brought the cat. He has accepted the dharma of taking care of the cat. And the cat says, where are rats? Rat is over. So when he went to Bhiksha, he had one more bowl. Bhiksha for me, milk for my cat. So every day they had to give him Bhiksha for him, Bhiksha for his cat. He brought milk for the cat and this thing. Then villagers got tired. Every day this fellow comes with his Bhiksha for him, rice and milk for his cat. One of the villagers, very kind-hearted, he told, oh Brahmacharyaji, you don't know the ways of the world. Take this cow. It will give milk, your cat will have milk. He brought the cow. Cow gave milk, cat was happy. Then the cow said, Amba, I need grass. Now this fellow had to cut grass. So all the japa, thapa, reading, shastra, it had to be kept aside. Na? He has accepted responsibility of a cow. So feeding the cow, and cow gives nice gobar. Gobar has to be cleaned. So gobar cleaning, and then feeding, and then milking, then feeding himself and the cat. He came back to the village and told, too much trouble for me now. A cat and a cow, and cutting grass, growing grass. Then they told, oh Brahmacharya, you don't know the ways of the world. Take this servant with you. So a servant came. Now cows multiply, cats multiplied, more grass. One servant said, I cannot do, more servants. So many servants, so many cows, so many cats and other things all spawned up, a building, a go down. Then he came and told, too many workers, I cannot manage them and I cannot do any sadhana. Then the villagers told, oh Brahmacharyaji, you don't know the ways of the world. This is a very good girl, marry her, take her. Then he said, wonderful solution. So he married her, he brought her home, he became a rich zamindar. That small hut became a bungalow. After many years, the guru came. He came to the same place, but he can't find that hut. And there is a big bungalow. He said, there was one brahmachari, my disciple, I left him here in a small hut. What happened? Poor fellow, the zamindar must have thrown him out. Then suddenly a rich man comes running towards him. Gurudev, Gurudev. He says, who is this fellow? He says, it's me, that brahmachari. You? I left you with a cowpin and a bowl. What happened? He said, it all started with that langoti, cowpin. The whole story began with that loincloth. That brought me here. Desires multiply. Desires multiply. Amazing it is. You reflect on your own life. Desires multiply. There is this wonderful story, Yayati story. I'll conclude with that. Can I take 2-5 minutes? Yayati is a great king in our. It's the real story. It means it's part of our history. The Rakshasas there was a rishi called great rishi Shukracharya. He knew the Sanjivani Vidya. Hanuman brought that Sanjivani Parvat. He knew the Sanjivani Vidya. Devatas and Asuras, those days no TV, no OTT, everything. No? They get bored. So they keep fighting now and then. And when you fight, you kill each other. But the Devatas have drunk nectar, so immortal, they won't die. They'll recover. Asuras will die, and Shukracharya brings them back to life. So they continue to fight and have fun. This king has a daughter, Sharmishta. Shukracharya has a daughter, Devayani. Devayani is Shukracharya's daughter, king's daughter is Sharmishta. They are also friends, teenage girls. One day they go to Vanavihar, and after playing in the lake, they come out. Sharmishta comes out first and she dresses. Then Devayani, the guru's daughter, comes out first and dresses. Next, the princess comes out and she finds her uttariya, upper cloth, is missing. And she sees this. Devayani is wearing it. She becomes angry. Hey, why did you take my upper cloth? Oh, by mistake. How can you make a mistake? You are an ordinary guru's daughter. Your clothes are coarse cotton. I am king's daughter. Mine is all silk. Can't you make out a difference? Now Devayani's ear pricked. Ordinary guru's daughter. What did you call my father? Your father takes my father's money and he leaves. Now that's very bad. So Devayani got angry. When your father comes, he touches my father's feet, you know. So my father is great. Tera baap, mera baap. They started fighting. Whose father is great? But princess has more followers, servants. She pushed Devayani into a dry well and went away. Devayani is crying in the dry well, and there enters the hero. Yayati, he has come hunting to the forest. Surprisingly, he hears a maiden's voice. How can a maiden's voice be heard in this forest? And it is a dry well. He peeps in, beautiful damsel in distress. He brings her out. Who are you? My father is Shukracharya. Oh my God, Shukracharya's daughter. Very dangerous. He brings her safely to the father. Then Shukracharya asks what happened, and she tells, and she says, I am not going to stay in this kingdom another minute. She insulted you, she pushed me into well, I am leaving. Shukracharya says, if you are leaving, I am leaving. You are my dear daughter. So father and daughter start packing. News goes to the king. Shukracharya is about to leave us. King comes running. Oh Guru, what is my aparad? Why are you leaving us? If you go, we are finished. Devatas will kill us. Who will bring us back to life? Then Shukracharya says, nothing that you have done. Talk with my daughter. All story told. King calls for his daughter, Sharmishta. And he tells Devayani, tell any punishment you want. Stupid daughter, she has done this. Then Devayani says, she should be my servant from today. Yes, done. So the princess becomes her friend's, now enemy's, servant. Now Yayati, he has fallen in love with Devayani, and he also knows who is going to be his father-in-law. So he tells, oh Rishi, if you agree, I will marry your daughter. Bumper. So she gets to get married, Yayati. She goes, taking Sharmishta and her servants as her servants. She is living happily with Yayati. After some years, one day she is traveling with her husband. Suddenly two young boys, youth, in the beginning of their youth, they address her husband as father. Dal mein kala hai. They are not my children, but they are addressing my husband as father. So what's happening here? Then she finds out he has had Gandharva Vivaha with Sharmishta. Kshatriyas could marry like that. Devayani is furious. She goes running to her father and says, this king cheated me. And that too with my ex-friend, now enemy, now servant, Sharmishta. So Shukracharya is very angry. Hey king, I told you don't hurt my daughter. I love my daughter very much. You have done this because you want to enjoy. You are so proud of your body, strong body, na king. Shukracharya, when they get angry, what to do? But unfortunately they have powers. Whatever they say happens because they are established in truth. So he says, become an old fellow. Next moment, Yayati, strong body, virile, he becomes an old haggard fellow. Everyone is stunned by the transformation. And Yayati is more stunned. He says, oh Guru, what did you do? I still have so many desires to enjoy the body and you have made me an old fellow. How will I enjoy now? Then Devayani also says, Baba, I was angry, that's okay. How will I enjoy with this old fellow now? I also want to enjoy my life and you have made my husband an old fellow. Then Shukracharya says, you see, I cursed what I cannot take back. But okay, one solution is there. Exchange offer can be done. If someone is ready to take his old age and give youth, that can be done. Don't stay here anymore, get out. So they came back because you don't know what he will tell next. Now Yayati came. He has 2 sons from Devayani, 3 sons from Sharmishta. He goes asking each one of them, will you take this old age and give me your youth? I want to enjoy my pleasures. All the 3 sons, 4 sons, they say, Baba, pagal hai kya? We also want to enjoy pleasures of life. What will you do taking your old age? No. Last one, Puru. Puru says, it is the duty of the son to obey the father. Father, I will give you my youth, you give me your old age. Immediate exchange happens. Yayati becomes young and strong and virile. That 4th son becomes old haggard fellow. Next, the story goes, for 1000 years, now both these Sharmishta, Devayani, they also become friends. Chalo, ab kya karna hai? We'll enjoy together. So Yayati starts enjoying with both his wives for 1000 years. You should remember, whenever our scriptures talk of 1000, please don't imagine they lived 1000 years. It is called Utpreksha. Utpreksha. They say Rama lived in the jungle for 12,000 years. All fanciful ideas. And you can make out some common sense. She would not have sent him only for 14 years vanvas. If they are going to live for 15,000 years, she would have told 10,000 years vanvas. No? It doesn't make sense. Anyhow, they enjoyed together 1000 years. Then one day, Yayati sees 2 animals mating, and suddenly he has a moment of epiphany. He tells Devayani, if she had realized, she would have told, don't go by gender here. He tells Devayani, all the wealth and women of the world will not satisfy the appetite of a man who has no control over his senses. It cannot happen. Trying to satisfy the sense pleasures with the hope that I will be free from it is same as pouring ghee onto fire, trying to put it out. When you pour ghee, a tin of ghee on a fire, Will you put it out? It will become blazing fire. Every time we enjoy a sense pleasure, it becomes stronger. And when I become old, I have BP, I have sugar, my teeth is fallen, the desire is still strong, and I cannot enjoy. It becomes a source of stress. So sense restraint. That's why every religion talks about that. Control your senses. Because they become a great source of stress for us. And you have to learn to accept the reality that the bubble changes, the form goes. And before I drop this form, I have to discover that inner perfection or reality. And if you accept this basic reality, you will not dye your color hair. We Indians are very strange fellows. Indians have this strange mentality. They want their skin to be white. They apply Fair and Lovely, layers on layers to make it white. But when the hair grows white, they apply black paint. They cannot bear to see their hair go white. So black, 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 white, white, white. A strange Indian colonial hangover, I think. You want to have white skin. It somehow is gone into this. You see 65, 70 year and black, jet black hair. Your wonderful genes, or we all know you're dyeing it. Whom are you cheating? You're cheating yourself. And for what? That inability to accept change. Hair going white is part of life. Your teeth will fall, that is part of life. Wrinkles will come, that is part of life. Why don't we age gracefully? You refuse to accept that reality. So, accepting reality is part of this training, spiritual training, to handle stress. So, I conclude with this. You should not be thinking how to lead a stress-free life. It doesn't make sense to me. Stress-free life. I think it's beyond my understanding. Stress-free life. Life means circumstances pressing me down. That is, you want to call it stress, it is your choice. You want to call it an opportunity or a challenge, that's a better choice. But simply calling will not work. You should have an understanding, a framework of reality. And the reality is the whole universe is one, everyone is facing the same thing. And you have to evolve from this animal to the human to the divine. From Pashutva to Manushatva to Daivatva. This progression from the animality to divinity is what we call spiritual journey. It is not memorizing some scriptures or going to some temple, mosque or church. It is manifesting my higher dimensions. And it is not negating it also. I have an animal element in me. This body is animal. No denying that. So from the body level, that's the animal level, to the human level, the realm of ideas. And from there to the divinity within, which is beyond ideas. Vak, mana, atita. Beyond thought, beyond speech. Because the mind is also a matter, right? Mind is matter. Mind is subtle matter. So going behind that, discovering my true self as consciousness, Atman. That discovery is called Atma Sakshatkar. And if you love a special bubble, Rama or Krishna or Jesus or Buddha or Mahavira, that is called Bhagavad Sakshatkar. Both are same. So in that approach, spiritual approach to life, we will be able to chew and digest stress. Thank you.